So now, having done our introduction to the WordPress plugin, so next we are moving on to the next part, which is making changes to existing plugins. So in this section, in order to enable us to understand how plugins work, so I'll be making changes to an existing plugins. That is, I'll be using one of the plugins in my reference dashboard to make changes to the entire website, since I already mentioned that plugins actually deals with functionality. So I'm going to be making use of one of the plugins in my dashboard to make changes to the entire website. So since this is currently the plugin that I have here. I have the health check and troubleshooting plugin, in which the functionality is to check the health of my WordPress installation. I also have WP reset, in which its function is to reset the entire website back to the default mode or just selected part, while reserving the option to undo by using Techeot. So kindly note that since the plugin is already installed, that is, I already have this plugin here. So if I did not have them here, that means I have not installed it. But for me to have it here, that means the plugins are already installed. So all I have to do is just activate it to get working. So now I'm going to activate it and get working. So I'm going to first start with the first one. So the first one, like the option like it mentioned, is it helps to check the health of my WordPress installation, and the second one is WP reset. So let me just say, for instance, I have my complete website here. So I'm just going to show it to us. So I have my website here. Alright, so I have my website here. So and this is actually based on the Astra theme. So previously we've changed the theme from the 2020 theme to Astra theme. So let me just revert it back to the 2020 theme, because I actually preferred the 2020 theme. So we've already discussed previously we've already discussed about how to change themes. So I'm just going to change it to this 2020 theme and activate it. So when I activate it and I refresh, so now I have the 2020 theme there. Okay, so now let's go back to the plugins dashboard. So now what I want to do here is I want to make use of any of the plugin here. I want to use it to make changes to my entire website. So if I want to start using it, like I earlier mentioned here, since the plugin is already installed, all I have to do is activate it to get working. So now I'm going to start first with this and click on activate. So when you click on activate, the plugin is going to show as it should show something like this. So this shows that the plugin is already activated, unlike this. So if I want to check for my the health check for my website, so I can either click here, or by navigating to the, sometimes when you install a new plugin, once you activate the plugin, you are going to find the option of the plugin here. But if you can't find the option, you can just click on any of the, you can either see tools. So as you can see, I have the site here, or you can come to settings or the like. So you are going to see the option for that plugin by the side there. So I'm just going to click on health check. So now I am currently on the health check page. So you can see, so the site health check, what the health check plugin does is it checks for my website health and actually shows recommendation. So for instance, it shows me critical issue, that is, could not reach WordPress.org. So this simply means that it's unable to connect to the WordPress servers to check for new versions and to install update WordPress core themes and the like. So what this simply means that since I'm making use of a staging site that is a local host, so it's currently, and I'm not connected to the internet right now, so it's unable to connect to the WordPress.org servers. But once I connect to the internet, so this issue is not going to this critical issue is not going to show again. So, and apart from the critical issue, it also shows 7 recommended improvements to improve the performance of my website. So number 1 is WordPress updates available. So currently now I'm using so he said a new version of WordPress is available, that is an update to WordPress 5.9 is available. So once I click on this, it's going to take me to where I can update. So the second recommended improvement is I should remove inactive plugins. So that is, if I'm not making use of a plugin, I should just remove them instead of leaving them to taking up unnecessary space on the of the site. So plugins extend your site functionality with things like contact forms, e-commerce, and much. So that means they have deep access to your site, so it's vital to keep them up to date. So my website has one active plugin and it's up to date, and my website has one inactive plugin. So one active plugin means this current edge check plugin that I'm using, and the inactive plugin means the WP reset, the other plugin that I've not yet activated. So it said inactive plugins are tempting target for hackers. If you are not going to use a plugin, we recommend you remove it. So I can also make use of any of these this link to go back to inactive links or all my WordPress plugins. So you also say inactive themes. So I currently have 4 inactive themes, so other than 2021. So if I want to remove those themes, it's also recommended I remove it. So one or more recommended modules are missing. Your site does not use HTTPS, your site is not using localized time zone, background update may not work, and the likes. So, and you can also see past tests here. So I have 9 items with no issues. So these are the tests that the site check has done, and it find out that it is working fine. So basically these tools allows you to the site edge check tool allow you to check for the edge of your site and make improvement based on the recommendation. So you also have other info here, you have troubleshooting, you have tools, and you have and the like. So you can make use of these to enable you to make changes to your site edge.